Yo, what's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Michael Zeely. How you doing, Zeely?
Pretty good. A little tired, but nothing a little card games can't fix.
Tired. You up late last night?
1 a.m.
Okay.
That's just the gamer schedule, pretty much.
Oh, got
Yeah.
it. You been gaming lately?
No, just being able to come into work at 10 or 11 is pretty nice. So I usually like to take my time at night and just, relax, enjoy it while it's still nice outside.
It's true. Yeah, it is. It is. It's been like 70s here lately, which is like pretty crazy for Akron, Ohio.
In the end of October, yep. I just want to be outside the entire time. I sit at my desk with the back door open. I'm like, yep, I wish I were outside right now.
For sure. It is. It's not uncommon for it to snow before Halloween here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's October. You never know what you're going to get. Some years it'll be 30 snow. Other years you'll get 75 sunny. So it's always a pleasure, or always fun, trying to see what you're going to wear in the morning, because you never know what you're going to get.
That's true. That's true. Well, thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you, Zeely, for joining us. We've got some Silver Tempest testing going on. This is the closest turnaround, I think, that I can remember from a Japanese set to an English set.
Oh, yeah. We were just opening our boxes yesterday, and now we're playing with it, and we're going to get the English cards on Friday.
Yep. So I wanted to make sure that we got this content in fast.
Oh, yeah. Because now everyone's going to have it next week.
Yes. So the set came out in Japan on Friday, right? We got our boxes on Monday. That's pretty quick turnaround.
Oh, yeah.
We got our boxes, opened them on Monday, and now I have decks built with these newest cards that we're going to show off today. And then the pre-releases start this weekend. In fact, you're going to be joining me for a Friday night, midnight pre-release for Silver Tempest.
Yep. Well, I guess that is a good thing about staying up late, is because I'll be ready to go.
That's true. That's true. I'm usually a little delirious by 2 a.m. During the midnight streams, but they're a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Thinking about synced releases with Japan. If you guys saw that making of Pokemon cards video that leaked or whatever,
that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It was pretty sick, but you saw the disconnect between Japan's printing and the international printing, and they have to reverse engineer the textures on the cards.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. I like just seeing it, because you're like, dang, they don't even give them the templates.
Dang,
get the magnifying glasses out and just start going at it. It's pretty funny. But
right.
The dedication is cool, because usually they match it really well.
They do. I mean, to the point where we didn't know.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is I always knew that the Japanese cards always just look a little nicer to me. But I couldn't point it out exactly. I was there's just a difference in the print quality, a little something. But now that I know that the English cards are literally just reverse engineered Japanese cards, it's well, that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know if we'll ever get a synced release. Maybe that's what the new standard they've been advertising is going to be with Scarlet and Violet. Maybe we are gonna sync our releases. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be sick. But I don't know.
I think it'd be cool. It's something that people have been wanting for decades now. I remember playing back when I was a kid. The Japanese sets would come out 3 or 4 months before the English ones, and then you just have to sit there and wait and be like, oh wow, these really cool cards are coming, but I can't play with them for another 4 months, 5 months, whatever. And it's cool now that it's a week and we get to use them.
Yeah. I see a comment in the chat saying, I prefer one big set every 3 months. One set every month would be a bit overwhelming. I prefer one set every month.
Oh, yeah. I would prefer one set every month, because then you
100%.
just buy the singles that you need, and then you don't even have to worry about it. Whereas, Incandescent Arcana was kind of a lackluster set. It had a few collectible cards in it, but if I lived in Japan and I played with it, I would not have bought any of those.
No.
And it's also the boxes there are $45 compared to $110 here. So it's the trade-off it's pretty even. I'd rather have their model than ours, but it's
100%, because yes, our booster boxes come out once every 3 months. They're over twice as expensive, and you're less likely to get the cards you want out of them.
That's the thing.
So
too.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. The Japanese model is way better than ours. Yeah. So that's and it's also the way that the game is. It's the way the game is intended to be released by the people creating the cards. It's like, and with new cards coming out almost every month, they can essentially patch their game in real time. They're like, if they release a card and they're like, that card's too strong, they can release another card that'll like fix it, and things like that. They can update the game more quickly than we do on an international level. In Japan, they might print Mew VMAX and then print a card that is good against Mew VMAX like immediately afterwards, like Mighty Enna, but we didn't get Mighty Enna for like 5 months.
Yeah, it was a really far delay between it. And it's cool because it's like you want to see variation at the tournaments. You don't want to see the same Palkia, the same Mew deck, just every tournament, every regional. So with the smaller sets, if they were to do that here, it'd be cool because you do get some variation every now and then, which to me is like a sign of a healthy game.
Right. Now, all right, I'll fix my audio a little bit. Cool. Want to make sure that we're balanced. Thank you. But yes, it makes sense, I guess. Well, I don't know. It's like, do we give them the pass? I guess, distributing on an international level might be a little bit more difficult if you're doing this every month, right?
Oh, yeah. Because, I believe Japan only worries about Japan.
They do.
Whereas we have to, the Pokemon
TPCI
company
worries about the whole world.
Yeah,
the rest
they worry
of the world.
about Europe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Right. All the languages the cards get printed in, it all comes out of TPCI. So it is a lot, but, it is what it do. Anyways, we've got cards from the newest set, Silver Tempest here, as seen in the most recent sets, Paradigm Trigger. We've got Lugia VSTAR, we've got Regieleki VMAX, we've got Mew with the fancy new tool in it, we've got Regidrago, and good old-fashioned Giratina. Many of these decks are sleeved in the newest Dragon Shield dual matte colors. I've got Lugia in the Fury colorway. I've got Regidrago in the Wraith colorway. And I've got Regieleki in the Ember colorway. In case you were curious, huge thank you again to Dragon Shield for providing the sleeves for this tabletop content. Now, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. So, what do you guys want to hear first?
I'm always a bad news first kind of person.
Bad news first? I don't know if chat's ready for this bad news. I don't know. I don't know if chat's ready for the bad news. Good news. I'm playing the alt-art Lugia. No. All right. The bad news is that I think Regidrago VSTAR is terrible. I think this deck is irredeemably bad. Yeah. It's not even close to being good. Like bad, capital BAD bad. Yeah. Not redeemable at all. And my reasoning is this. Why aren't you just playing Giratina VSTAR? Giratina VSTAR is the best dragon attacker. You might as well just be playing that, right? Instead, you're trying to set up Regidrago to copy Giratina, and then all the other dragon Pokemon like Goodra, Flygon V, and Garchomp V, none of those attacks are worth copying for having to play Gardenia in your deck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah.
None of that makes it worth it.
It's like you'd rather just get the Comfy because it's an added level of not search, but consistency, and the Mirage Gate make it faster to get the energy. So it's like, why would you want to just use the Gardenia because it's much slower and clunkier?
Yes. So Regidrago is terrible. That's the bad news. The good news is I think Lugia and Regieleki are both really cool, and I'm very excited about both of them. I've got a Regieleki VMAX deck featuring Vikavolt V, and I've got a Lugia VSTAR deck, which has already been seeing some success in Japan. So both of those seem good. So that's the good news. With that being said, Zeely, what deck is calling to you here?
I really want to try the Vikavolt deck.
Okay. Well, let's. I got a couple of proxies in there, which we're gonna sub out real quick. I've got the two. Do you remember what these tablets are called?
Earthen Sealstone and Forest Sealstone.
So the Forest Sealstone tablets. I've got two of those that I'm running in the Vikavolt deck right now. And the reason for that is simple. Being able to get whatever you want on the first turn of the game while trying to get a turn one item lock is really good.
Yep.
so that's what we got going on. You could play the Drapion V and the Drapion VSTAR in the deck, but instead it's tough to find room for especially it's tough to find bench space if you're trying to play the Drapion VSTAR and you're trying to play the Regieleki VMAX. It's not really enough room for both of those.
Oh yeah, no, I was looking at the list before and it seemed really tight, really consistent. So I'm excited to see, try it out and see what happens. But it seems very strong, even without the Drapion.
Cool. And I think that since we're, in order to not play a weakness matchup, I'm gonna get in the paint with Regidrago.
I think that's a good feature match.
I think so. The two Reggies, this should be fun. So you guys can predict, who do you think is going to win, Regidrago or Regidrago or Regieleki? Right, should be a close match. I'm stoked to see how it goes. But yes, the Regidrago, man, it's not. I have definitely meta manipulating the prediction. Yes, this is exactly what I'm here to do, for sure. But I do think that Regidrago could beat this deck. It's possible. If I just Gardenia a bunch, get some energy into play, and start smacking dudes.
Oh yeah, a 50 damage base with only the modifiers doesn't seem like a lot when you're snacking for 280 or 220 snipe with the Garchomp.
Yeah, I could definitely win this. But you do have, your Regieleki VMAX. You can power up. You have your Vikavolt with a choice spell and two Regieleki VMAX in play. Vikavolt V is one-hit KOing Regidrago. So you also have the ability there to take one-hit KOs. Both of us do. But you have more of a disruption angle going on your side. Yeah, my first list that I had built for Lugia was Lugia Blissey. And then I saw the list from Japan, and I ended up going with the tanky Lugia, just the Lugia with the V-Guard energy and the Radiant Gardevoir instead, with like the 4 copies of Collapsed. Built that instead, which also seemed good. I was definitely thinking about a tanky Lugia deck, but then I was like, Blissey's really cool, can recover the energy because there's no energy recovery. I was thinking about Thornton. I think I've got a couple copies of Thornton right over here, but Thornton's also just kind of inconsistent. Like, where are you going to put the Thornton? You guys want to slap a Thornton in here? There is no space for Thornton at all.
Yeah, I was watching him struggle trying to fit in 2 bosses orders earlier.
We're going to play 1 boss, 1 Thornton, bro. Yeah. I'm going to slap a Thornton in here. There you go. 1 boss. You could get the boss back with your V-Star attack. Or your V-Star power. There you go.
You're going to start with the Garchomp, and you're going to be so thankful you put him in there.
It doesn't matter because you can snipe anything with the Garchomp. So, yeah, who cares? Yeah. No, yeah. Thornton's going to be sick, bro. Can you predict? Yeah, sure. It looks like. Yeah, I'll set that up. Who's going to win game 1?
Nobody wants to, mods don't want to work anymore.
I know. What do I pay them for anyway? That was a joke. Sorry, mods. We don't have that in the budget yet. All right. Who will win game 1? Let's see. We're going to say, is it going to be Regidrago or Regieleki? 2 minutes. Start. Oh, Bob the Flub. You're too kind. Well, Zeely is getting paid right now, so yeah, that's the difference. You know, if the mods want to fly out here and be my, tabletop partner, then yeah, I can't promise to cover your flight, but
It'll be worth the fun we can provide at the shop for you.
yes, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Big shuffle debate going on in the Pokemon community.
Yeah, I'm a masher. I'm a masher.
Well, mashing and riffling are both fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's not fine.
Pile shuffling.
Pile shuffling. Yes. Pile shuffling is not shuffling.
I know it's not shuffling. I like to pile sort not sort, but like pile them out to count them at the beginning of a match, because I know sometimes between deck checks and stuff,
I'll actually state that. If I'm going to pile, I will tell my opponent I'm going to count my deck, because that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
There's no illusion that this is a shuffle, because it's not. Pile shuffling is an adequate way to count your deck and check the backs of your sleeves to make sure none of them are marked. That's the only way. That's the only rationale for pile shuffling. In fact, if you try to pile shuffle and then present your deck at a regional championship, that's a disqualifiable offense. So please do not do that. Anybody you hear online telling you that pile shuffling is an adequate shuffle is lying to you, and you could get disqualified or banned for pile shuffling and then presenting your deck.
Yep.
Because it's cheating.
Yeah, it's like very, very easy to stack your deck that way with like a decent opening hand. If you see 5 piles, definitely shuffle your opponent's deck.
I saw people trying to say that like nothing is random. Bro, whatever. You want to get into quantum physics? Sure. But this is very easy to keep track of. All right. And a riffle shuffle is not very easy to map. So there's there's that. It's generally understood that I'm not mapping my cards while I'm doing this, okay? Because it's random. Maybe it's not random to God, but it's random to me, okay? It's random to me because I can't map that, but you can map this extremely easily, which is why it's a bannable and a disqualifiable offense to do this and then present your deck. In fact, players have gotten banned for that in the past. It is a huge part of the Pokemon TCG lore. So, yes. I
love me some good lore.
Yes. Do not do that. Do not do that. Yes. So, anyways, it is fine to pile shuffle, to count your deck and to check the backs of your sleeves. It is not a shuffle. So it is not randomization. It is not acceptable from a judging standpoint. It is not acceptable from a player's standpoint. Do not listen to anybody who is telling you that pile shuffling is an adequate form of shuffling, because it's not. Yes. So that's that. Anyways, with that being said, and now that our decks are adequately randomized, would you like heads or tails, Zeely?
I'll take heads, please.
Tails it is. I will go first. All right, good luck.
Good luck.
I've got Radiant Greninja as my starter, and I'll draw for turn. Let's see. Unfortunately, I do not have any basic search in my hand so far, but I do have Greninja's concealed cards, so I can dig a couple of cards. I'll use concealed cards to discard a fire energy and draw 2. Unfortunately, I do not find a Regidrago V, a Quick Ball, or an Ultra Ball there, so I will just attach to my Radiant Greninja, and I will pass to you.
Draw for turn. Play Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card in my deck. I don't want that, so I'll discard it. Draw another card. And I will put the Forest Seal on the Regieleki V. Energy Search for the Water Energy. Gonna take a look at my deck to see what I have going on in there. Ideally, I would like to try and go for the turn 1 Melanie play, but I don't think it matters too much at the moment just because you have such a slow start.
Yeah, my start's not great.
Yeah.
But maybe that Thornton will come into play.
And then I'll use the Force Seal to grab a Quick Ball. And I'll play the Quick Ball, discard the Water Energy for the Vikavolt V.
Yeah, I love this card. In the limited experience I had testing it last night, this card seemed nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I just all around it's really cool. I love the artwork. I love that it's hollow. The effect is really interesting. I love the way it interacts with the other cards. The fact that you could just sit on it is really cool. Also, yeah, it's disappointing because I'm sure this will probably be the last. These will be the only 2 that they print.
Yeah,
But they are. It is really cool that they decide to try something new. It reminds me of the old
G boosters, A-Specs.
Yeah, well, G Booster and the Flyinium Z,
Yeah.
and the Normalium Z, those are really cool.
Those were cool, but never really played. These kind of remind me of a combination of the 2, since the A-Specs were hollow, right, and were like good.
Switch cart,
Okay.
and then cards in hand.
I have 7.
7. Didn't do anything. I think the correct play is still to Marnie.
Yeah. Now, if that was a Melanie...
Yeah, if that was a Melanie, I'd be chilling.
Yeah. But unfortunately, just have to settle for a Marnie turn 1. So not going to be getting the turn 1 item lock.
And I don't have anything else I could do at the moment, so I will pass to you.
Thankfully, that would have been scary to get item locked turn 1 like that. I'll draw for turn, and I've got Trekking Shoes. I'll play that, and I'll keep the card. And then I will Concealed Cards to discard a Grass Energy and draw 2. I'll put Training Courts into play. I'll Ordinary Rod just the Fire Energy and shuffle that into my deck. And then I will play Professor's Research to discard my hand. I've got Garchomp V and Gudra V-Star. I was like sitting here.
I was wondering what you were. I was wondering what you were trying to go for. Yeah, the Hisui and Gudra.
I was like, who's this guy again? What the heck? All right. I'll play Professor's Research to discard Garchomp V and Hisui and Gudra V-Star, and I'll draw 7 cards.
That
What's up?
yeah. You don't look too happy over there.
I really need to find a Regidrago V, bro, or a Quick Ball or an Ultra Ball, and I haven't seen any yet, which is nuts, but that's okay. I'll play Trekking Shoes, discard, and there is our Quick Ball. Let's go. I'll use Quick Ball to discard Dragonites. And I'll finally get to search my deck for a Regidrago V. So I'll grab Regidrago V, and I'll put it into my hand. I'll attach a fire energy to my Regidrago V, and I'll use Training Court to put a grass energy from my discard pile into my hand. What's Regidrago V's first attack do? I gotta look up some translations.
Heavenly Scream. Discard 3 cards from the top of your deck and attach all energy discarded in this way to that Pokemon.
Sheesh. That actually seems kind of busted. Hey, what do you guys think? Should I just go for it? Hey, I'm thinking I'm going for the Heavenly Scream, brother. Yeah, that seems busted. All right. I'll retreat Radiant Greninja into Regidrago V, and I'm going to go for Heavenly Scream. Discard the top 3 cards of my deck, and I attach all energy I find there to my Regidrago. That's pretty good. All I needed was 1 grass.
Draw for turn. Now I can try and go for the Super Zap Cannon knockout, which I think I might go for that. Since you only have 1 Regidrago in play, Luminous Sign, search my deck for a supporter card, put it in my hand, and I'll grab the Melanie.
I didn't really think about this.
It's asking for a lot, but I don't know, because the energy is really important on that also, so that way next turn you could just
It is.
VSTAR.
I didn't have a Gardenia in my hand, so that's why I went for it.
Play the Melanie, attach this water energy from my discard pile to my active Vikavolt V, and draw 3 cards. Fortunately, did not get anything off of that. So I will just play down the Regieleki, and I will attach for turn. And Paralyzing Bolt for 50.
Whew, that was close. I'll draw for turn. I'm going to evolve my Regidrago V into Regidrago VSTAR. What's the name of Regidrago VSTAR's attacks?
Dragon Dream is the attack, and then Legacy Star is the VSTAR power.
Cool. I'll use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards to discard a grass energy and draw 2. I'll attach a grass energy to my Regidrago VSTAR. I'll bench a Diancie. And I'll use Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. I'll play Quick Ball to discard Flygon V. And I'll search out...
With the Paralyzing Bolt.
Ah, sheesh. You're right. I guess I ain't doing any of that, am I? Never mind. Okay, yeah. Item lock. That's right. Okay. You know what? What's my VSTAR attack called? VSTAR power?
Legacy Star.
I really want to find a Regidrago V, but unfortunately, I'm item locked right now, so I can't play this quick ball in my hand. So I'm going to use my Legacy VSTAR ability, which requires that I discard the top 7 cards of my deck. Sick. I found a Regidrago. And then I can put 2 of these cards from my discard pile into my hand. And I'm going to choose Regidrago V. What else do I want? Regidrago V and... And Gardenia's Vigor are going to be the cards that I choose. I'll bench Regidrago V. And I'm going to use Training Court to bring a Grass Energy from my discard pile back to my hand. And then, what's my attack called?
Dragon Dream.
Dragon Dream. What do we got going on over here? Man, I got a whole bunch of attacks that I can copy. This is kind of cool. I could Rolling Iron. Makes it so I take 80 less damage from attack. So if I Rolling Iron, but then I'm not...
You're not knocking me out.
I'm not knocking you out, but I am setting up my board better. Right? Or I could go for Garchomp V's Sonic Strike, but that doesn't make any sense because I don't need to snipe. I could just knock out the active. I could go for Giratina's Lost Impact to do 280. I have to Lost Zone 2 Grass Energy if I want to do that. Probably just start. No, Dragonite. I could do Dragonite, but that only does 180, and I probably get knocked out next turn. So, that just seems weak sauce, if you ask me.
I don't think I've heard anything called weak sauce in, over a decade.
Yeah, so Iron Rollout for 200 seems pretty good. It gives me a stable board. I'm probably not going to get knocked out because I'm taking 80 less damage from attacks. So, yeah. I think Dragon Dream. All right. I'm going to use Regidrago V-Star's Dragon Dream attack to copy Hisuian Gudra V-Star's Iron Rollout for 200 damage, and I'll take 80 less damage next turn.
Cool. I will draw for turn. Quick Ball, Boss's Orders.
Oop.
Probably going to get the Galarian Zigzagoon out of my deck. Can't really think of... I'll get the Galarian Zigzagoon. So if I do Super Zap Cannon for 190, that would do 110 with the Rolling Iron. So that'll put you at 160. So these Zigzagoons aren't really doing too much over here. Headbutt Tantrum. Scoop up net, Headbutt Tantrum. Scoop up net, Headbutt Tantrum.
Dang, what the heck?
And then I will Marnie you.
Bro, not cool. Okay.
I'm really looking to find some lightning energy or something over here. Trekking Shoes. Discard the Vikavolt V. I'll get Energy Search. for water energy.
Both your basic lightning prized? No, you
One's
got one
attached.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
the other one's prized. I guess I'll attach to the Regieleki and Paralyzing Bolt for no damage.
Oh, baby. I'll draw for turn. I'll use Training Court to bring a grass energy from my discard pile back to my hands. And I'll play Gardenia's Vigor to draw 2 cards. And then attach up to 2 grass energy from my hands to my benched Pokemon. And I'll attach a fire energy to my benched Regidrago V. And then I will use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream attack to copy Iron Rollout again, do 200 damage, and take the knockouts.
Draw for turn. Evolve into Regieleki VMAX. And Training Court the lightning energy. Attach for turn. Melanie to the Regieleki V on the bench. Draw 3. Play down the Pokestop. And I will Ultra Ball the Crobat and Water Energy away for another Regieleki VMAX.
There we go.
What's its ability?
What's its ability called?
Transistor.
Transistor. Yep. With Regieleki VMAX's Transistor ability online, your Vicavolts are doing plus 60 damage. Almost negating Iron Rollout.
Pokestop. Grab the Choice Belt and the Ultra Ball. Attach Choice Belt to the active. And I will Paralyzing Bolt for 60 damage.
Which is pretty sick, because you are actually using Paralyzing Bolt for 50 plus 90, 140, which is quite a bit, but it would be a 2-hit KO.
A little too late for that one.
Yes, 60 damage because of Iron Rollout's damage reduction. I do like to see Regieleki VMAX getting powered up, though, which is pretty cool. I'll draw for turn. And Okay. I got Flygon in the discard pile. No, Flygon would be sick. Let's concealed cards. I'll discard a grass energy and draw 2. Got a lot of items that I cannot play. That's tough. I don't want to use my Pokestop because I might discard my last Regidrago VSTAR in the deck. So I'm not going to do that. I will use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream attack to copy Giratina VSTAR's Lost Impact. And I will Lost Zone these 2 grass energy to deal 280 damage to take the knockout.
Draw for turn. Ordinary Rod. I'll grab the Lightning, Water, Beak Vault, and Crobat. Quick Ball, discard Ultra Ball to grab the Crobat.
Yeah, if you could item lock and knock this out this turn, that'd be so nuts. Has 140 on it. If you had a Choice Belt Vikavolt, you know.
Dark Asset for 5. Trekking Shoes. I'll grab the Trekking Shoes and I'll play it. Discard Pokestop. Grab that. I've really been hurting for Lightning Energy this game, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think I could do anything.
Let's see. You've got to scoop up nets, right? But you've got no... Is Radiant... Oh, you don't have any energy in your hand, right?
Nope. The Radiant Greninja's prized also.
Radiant Greninja's prized.
Yep. Play it on the Vikavolt. Attach Choice Belt. And... Treat. Probably to him. And I will pass to you.
That's a really tough whiff. I'll draw for turn. And since I am no longer item locked, I can finally play my Ultra Ball. I'll Ultra Ball, discarding Trekking Shoes and Regidrago V. I'll search my deck for Regidrago VSTAR, and I'll evolve my benched Regidrago V into Regidrago VSTAR. Then I will play Switch to put Regidrago VSTAR into the active spots, and I'll use Dragon Dream to copy Garchomp V's Sonic Strike to do 220 damage to your benched Crobat V. I discard 3 energy and take my final 2 prizes.
Nice.
GG's.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah, I have 2 Speed Lightning and a Basic Lightning prized, and your Radiant Greninja. There are only 6 Lightning Energy in that deck, so to prize half of them is really bad.
When I looked in the second energy search and I saw that there was not a Lightning in there, I was like, ooh, not fun.
That was brutal. I mean, I think that...
I mean, once you did get set up with that, that was like
pretty
insane.
gnarly.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Once it was actually set up, right? So that was dope for sure. But there's really, I mean, how many energy do you need in the Lightning deck? I mean, Reggie VMAX only takes 1 basic Lightning. Usually you only need 1 basic Lightning on your Vikavolt. There's 4 Speed Lightning, 2 basic Lightning, and 2 Energy Search.
Oh, that's more than enough.
It's more than enough. I think that was just bad beats, bad variants, yeah. So... yeah, that was gnarly. That was cool. Being able to Iron Roll out, then take 1 hit KOs was kind of neat.
Oh yeah, the rolling iron is really sick.
Is it Rolling Iron? It's not Iron Roll out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw everyone saying rolling iron.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, the Iron Roll.
Someone will correct us.
Yeah, for sure. I like calling it Iron Roll out, man. That's fun. But it probably is Rolling Iron, isn't it? It doesn't make any sense.
I think the verdict is in.
It is Rolling Iron. All right, fine. It is Rolling Iron. I will call it Rolling Iron. I have a Japanese one in my deck, so it shows how much I know. Yeah, maybe Regidrago is actually cracked. The believers are getting paid. The believers surely feel like it's cracked. Now, do you think that we can pull this off back-to-back games? Game 2. We getting in there again?
I think I'm gonna go second and see if I could get the turn 1.
You usually can.
Yeah. If I would have had one more piece in the last game, I would have been able to.
With a
'Cause,
pretty
with
lackluster opening hands, too.
with the 4 seal tablet, that was like pretty good.
Exactly. Cool. So going into game 2, that wasn't the strongest opening for me, but I'm hoping that maybe I can get an early Regidrago down, just start loading energy onto it. And yeah, not going to lie. I mean, against this deck in particular, I'm feeling okay. I don't need my items too much. I was able to use my VSTAR ability to just go dig into my deck and get some stuff, which was nice. So it definitely feels relatively balanced. I do think that definitely had some bad luck, so I'm just hoping that this game goes a little bit better for you this time.
Cool. Like I said, I'll go second.
Cool.
Hopefully we get a better start this time. So I did get a mulligan.
All right.
I would have liked that start pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
All right. Like the looks of this opening hand. We've got a solid start. Regidrago in the active. Feeling pretty good about it. All right, so I'll take my mulligan. Good luck.
Cool. Good luck.
I'll draw for turn. And I really like the look of this opening hand. I've got Grass Energy, Gardenia's Vigor, and a couple of Regidrago VSTAR. I've also got an Ultra Ball in my hand, so I can use that to search out another basic Pokemon. I know that I'm going to be item locked more than likely, so I'd like to play this Ultra Ball now, as I might not be able to play it next turn. So I will Ultra Ball, and I'm going to discard Gardenia's Vigor, and feels silly to discard this Grass Energy. I'll discard Gardenia's Vigor and Professor's Research. And then I think I just want to search my deck for another Regidrago V. I think I just want to set up my Regidrago V-Stars since I've got them both in my hand. It seems like the best play. So I'm going to grab a Regidrago V and put it into my hand. Cool. I'll bench that Regidrago V, and I'll attach an energy from my hand to the benched Regidrago V, and I'll pass to you.
Cool. Draw for turn. I get another Regieleki V. Play it down. A lot to work with in this hand. I will Trekking Shoes first. Discard the Water Energy. Get a Scoop Up Net to my hand. Concealed cards. Draw 2. So I will play down Vikavolt. Attach Speed Lightning. Draw 2 cards. Switch cart.
Sheesh.
And I will Luminous Sign for the Melanie. Gonna see what else I have going on in there. It looks like I did not prize very many lightning energy, which is good. Like to see that.
And that's looking like a turn 1 item lock.
Yep. This is the point of the deck, so I'm glad that it is finally showing it off.
Oh, yeah. Super smooth. I mean, there's a lot of draw power in this deck for the first turn between Speed Lightning Energy, Trekking Shoes, and concealed cards. You got a lot of dig.
Melanie, attach water to the active Vikavolt V, draw 3 cards. And I think I'm holding on, so I will Paralyzing Bolt for 50 damage, and you're not able to play any item cards.
Yep. That's tough. For sure. That's the whole point of this deck. It's really gnarly because I didn't even get to play a supporter card yet.
No.
And now I'm item locked.
And the nice thing with that deck is you're reliant on Pokemon being in your discard, which, without being able to play Quick Ball or Ultra Ball, you might be struggling to do that.
Exactly. Like right now, Regidrago VSTAR can't copy anybody's attack because there's no Dragon Pokemon in the discard pile.
He no longer has a dream.
I'll draw for turn. And I'm going to evolve my benched Regidrago VSTAR. I'll play down Radiant Greninja, and I'll use concealed cards to discard a Grass Energy and draw 2. I'll use Regidrago V-Stars. What is it?
Legacy Star.
I'll use Regidrago V-Stars Legacy Star V-Star power to discard the top 7 cards of my deck. This is a good hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that was awesome, actually, because I got 2 Dragon Pokemon in the discard now. So I discard those, and then I can put up to 2 cards from my discard pile back into my hand. So I want both Grass Energy and Professor's Research. And I haven't even used my supporter yet, which is pretty cool. So I'll use Gardenia's Vigor to draw 2 cards. And then I can attach up to 2 Grass Energy from my hand to my benched Pokemon. So I'll attach these 2 Grass Energy to my Regidrago V-Star. I'll bench Regidrago V. And I'll pass to you.
Draw for turn. I will evolve into Regieleki VMAX. Quick Ball, Scoop Up Net away for a for nothing. Yeah, I'll get the Galarian Zigzagoon. I'll shuffle first before I do anything else. Not too worried about the active Regidrago at the moment. Can't really do too much with it without any item cards. Cut if you like. Headbutt Tantrum, the Regidrago V-Star. Scoop Up Net. Attach for turn. Ultra Ball. I'll grab the second Regieleki VMAX.
Nice. It's turn 1 item lock for 50 damage. Now you've got a potential turn 2 item lock for over 100.
And then Dark Asset for 6. Marnie.
Man, I just put that research in my hand. Not cool, bro. All right, I get 4, you get 5.
Trekking shoes. And I'll play the trekking shoes from that. Discard Ultra Ball. Grab this card. Choice Belt. And then I'll throw the Forest Seal Stone on the Regieleki VMAX. And Paralyzing Bolt for 140.
That's crazy. So we're at 190 damage now. Wow. This is a lot of pressure. And I cannot play any items from my hand. Zeely also has got the Forest Tablet.
Yep.
And can use that to get whatever he wants out of his deck. So this is a pretty strong turn for Zeely for sure. I'll draw for turn. And I'll use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards to discard a fire energy and draw 2. I'll attach a grass energy from my hand to my benched Regidrago V. I'll bench Diancie. Actually, I'll attach a fire energy from my hand to my benched Regidrago VSTAR. I'll bench Diancie, and I'll use Crobat V's Dark Asset to draw 3 cards. I'll play Marnie. And I get 5. I'll evolve my benched Regidrago V into Regidrago V-Star. And with that, I will pass it back to you.
Draw for turn. I'll attach Speed Lightning to the active, draw 2 cards. Boss's orders up the Regidrago V-Star.
Yeah.
And I will Super Zap Cannon for knockout.
That's crazy. So you're doing 220 plus 30.
Plus 30.
Plus 30.
So 280.
Oh my gosh. 280 damage. A clean 1-hit KO. Ugh. I was working on that. Thankfully, I can play my items. I guess that is the one thing I have going for me now. I'll promote Diancie, and I'll draw for turn. I'll use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards to discard a grass energy and draw 2. And I'll play Gardenia's Vigor to draw 2 cards. And then I can attach up to 2 grass energy from my hand to my benched Pokemon. I'll Quick Ball away Giratina V-Star. A nice opportunity to get that Pokemon into the discard pile. I don't mind that. And there's no more basics in the deck, so I will fail that. Let me think real quick. Okay. I'll bench Diancie. I'll play Training Courts, and I'll use it. To bring a fire energy back from my discard pile. I'll attach it to Diancie, and I will use Diancie's attack to deal 20 damage and draw 2 cards.
Draw for turn. I'll Training Court the water energy back to my hand, and then concealed cards to draw 2 cards. Scoop up net Radiant Greninja. Play down Vikavolt V. Play the Pokestop. Attach for turn. And then I'll use Force Seal Tablet to go search my deck for any one card. I'll grab a Marnie. I'll grab a Melanie.
Yeah, this board state is becoming really, really tough to defend against. This is... wow.
I'll play the Melanie to attach a water energy from my discard to my Vikavolt V and draw 3 cards. I'm sorry. I'll play the Melanie to attach from my discard pile to the Vikavolt V in the active to draw 3 cards.
Put the 3 cards back. Do it right.
So I'll play the Melanie from my hand to attach the water energy from my discard to my active Vikavolt V and draw 3 cards. And I've already attached and done everything I can this turn, so I will Paralyzing Bolt for the knockout.
Which is crazy. That's 110 damage, Paralyzing Bolts. Wow. Yeah, not great. And I can't play item cards, so I will promote Diancie and draw. I'll use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards to discard the grass energy and draw 2. And I've got literally 4 item cards in my hand that I cannot play. So I'll pass to you.
Draw for turn. Attach Speed Lightning to my Vikavolt. Draw 2 cards. Melanie to my Vikavolt. Attach water energy and draw 3 cards. And Paralyzing Bolt for knockout.
Yep. Need a little love off the top of the deck. There's still really no chance, but I'll draw. I'll concealed cards to discard grass and draw 2. And I do find a fire energy, so I could do that. And I've got 5 items in my hand. I've got 5 items in my hand that I cannot play. So I will use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream Attack. Huh. Unfortunately.
Do you have a way in there to knock me out?
Yeah, I do. All right. I'll use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream Attack to copy Giratina VSTAR's Lost Impact. Send these 2 grass to the Lost Zone, and I will take my 2 prizes.
I will promote the Regieleki VMAX. Draw for turn. Pokestop. Grab those 3. Attach Choice Belt. Retreat. And then Super Zap Cannon for knockout.
Yep. GG's. Did I have the... I didn't have the Hisui and Gudra in my discard pile, which is why I didn't do it. Yeah. All right. Good game, Zealy. Good game. Good game.
finally feels good to finally get that off. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not easy to play against. That was really tough for sure. But I feel like I still have to choose to go first in this matchup.
Yeah, it's because I mean you're already at a disadvantage if you're going second in, like every other matchup, and it's definitely rough to have to just voluntarily do that.
It felt like you had so much control over the game, being able to item lock turn 1, so I couldn't switch my Regidrago V out of the active spot, and then I had to build up an attacker on the bench, and you were able to just absolutely
Just out of the
demolish
blue,
it.
yeah, out of the blue.
Yep. Just use boss's orders, bring it up, and that was something that I'd been working on for a couple of turns because I was item locked, so I'm kind of like trying to grind through the game, attach my energy, get an attacker built up, but you had so much control over the game, and those Regieleki VMAXs giving the Vikavolt V that extra boost.
Oh, it's insane. The math is like perfect with it, which is really cool.
Choice belt, double Regieleki VMAX, you're doing 280 with that second attack is really strong. And then 110 damage, with 110 damage into like the Diancies, they weren't even buying me any time.
Nope. Yeah, no, it was cool to, because a lot of decks these days struggle with one prizers. So it's cool that you can go up against them and just be like, yeah, knockout, item lock.
Right. Against Confies in particular.
Oh, yeah.
You get one Regieleki VMAX in play, and you're just mowing down a field of Confi, which I'm sure is going to feel really good playing the Vikavolt deck. I think with the Regieleki VMAX, the Vikavolt deck is like pretty serious because of its ability to get those turn 1 item locks with the new tablet. You can have a VSTAR power now, too, which is cool. So I really like that.
This is like always my favorite part of like any format where we know rotation's coming up in sometime early next year, where just the combos get really crazy and easy to pull off stuff turn 1. It's very fast paced. I love that part of the format because you have such a large card pool to work with. It's always interesting to see what combos people come up with.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Vikavolt gets like really good here at the tail end of the Sword and Shield era? Because Vikavolt was also really good at the tail end of the Sun and Moon era, right?
Yeah.
But then wasn't playable during like the entirety of the middle of the Sword and Shield block. But then if it were to get like super good right at the end again, like that'd be hilarious.
I mean, that's what I've noticed with a lot of decks. They just make a resurgence after a while. Because I remember Dragapult was really good, and then it went away for a little bit once like Eternatus came out, and then once Eternatus went away, Dragapult came back. I had another good example too, but I forgot what it was. Urshifu, Rapid Strike Urshifu. I've seen that online a lot recently.
For sure. All right, let's get into game 3 and run a prediction, see who's going to come out on top in our third match. Now, if you're interested in picking up cards from the newest sets, Silver Tempest, at Full Grip Games here, we have got Silver Tempest sealed product available for pre-order, and our singles are going to be available for pre-order soon. So stay tuned for that. You could check out Full Grip TCG on Twitter, and you could check out Full Grip Games on Instagram as well to stay up to date on when our sales are going to be. You can also follow me on Twitter, as I will always be retweeting them at enjoyfriend, ENJOI friend. So thank you guys so much for shopping at Full Grip Games. Shopping at Full Grip Games directly supports the content we create here on Tricky Gym and makes this channel possible. So thank you guys for supporting the shop. Also supports Zeely, who has a job here.
So someone's asking in chat, what are those amazing pink-red shields? I think these are Ember, and then those are Wraith.
Those are Fury.
Fury?
I think.
No, I think these are Ember.
Those are Ember, yes, and these are Wraith. Yes, you're right. I've got Fury over here. Yeah, that's Fury. On the Lugia deck. Thank you guys for all of the subs and the bits as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right. I'm going to choose to go first again. I think I just have to hope you don't get it. Oh, man. Yo, Garchomp V's at least got free retreat, though. That's kind of sick. I didn't realize that. All right, that's fine. Yeesh. You really got, like, the ugliest 2 starters, but that's fine. All right, good luck. I'll draw for turn. Now, unfortunately, I did start my Garchomp V, but we do have a copy of Thornton in the deck, so it might be possible to get that Garchomp V to the discard pile after all. Thankfully, the Garchomp V does have free retreat, so it's actually not a terrible starter in that regard. I've got a pretty solid opening hand with a Crobat V, some trekking shoes, and a training court. Definitely don't mind that. I'll start off with trekking shoes, and I'll keep the quick ball. I'll play quick ball. I'll play Ultra Ball, discarding Switch and Fire Energy. And let's take a look at the deck. Definitely want to start setting up a Regidrago V if I can, but I've got another option too. I could Ultra Ball for a dragon Pokemon like Hisuian Gudra V-Star, or maybe even Dragonites, and then quick ball it away. It looks like I have prized the Dragonite, so I'm thinking Hisuian Gudra V-Star might be a good target, as Gudra V-Star is really good against Vikavolt item lock. So I think I'll grab Hisuian Gudra V-Star. And then I'll play Quick Ball to discard Hisuian Gudra V-Star. And I'll search out a Regidrago V and put it onto my bench. Feels good. We at least have one attacker in the discard pile now, which is nice to guarantee on the first turn of the game. Okay. I'll bench the Regidrago V, put Training Court into play, and I'll use Crobat V's Dark Asset ability to draw 5 cards. I'll play Trekking Shoes, and I'll keep Trekking Shoes. I'll play Trekking Shoes again, and I will keep that Grass Energy. I'll use Training Courts to bring the Fire Energy from my discard pile back to my hand, and I'll attach that Fire Energy to my Regidrago V. And then with that, I will pass to you.
Draw for turn. I'll play Quick Ball to discard the Water Energy from my hand, search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I'll grab the Lumineon, and while I'm in there, I will Luminescine ability for the Melanie supporter card.
It's a pretty good start.
Yep.
Yep. That's exactly what you want. Turn 1. The Lumineon is so good with finding the Melanie and helping you get the turn 1 paralyzing bolts.
And I'll play the Melanie to attach the Water Energy card from my discard pile to my active and draw 3 cards. Attach Choice Belt to the active, and Forest Seal Tablet to the Lumineon V. Pokestop. I'll use Pokestop, discard the top 3 cards in my deck, and choose item cards there and put them in my hand. So I'll take all 3.
That's pretty good. What a sack.
Trekking Shoes. I don't want this Water Energy in here, so I'll discard it, draw the next card. And I'll play another Trekking Shoes. I'll discard the Regieleki VMAX, draw the next card.
Right. Obviously, you want to dig so that you don't have to use this to get the lightning energy.
Yep.
Right.
Ultra Ball, Water Energy, and Boss's Orders. I'll grab a Regieleki V, and then while I'm in there, I'll Force Seal Tablet for the Speed Lightning Energy.
Again, I think this card is one of the best cards in the set.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, this card is so busted. I mean, there were decks that just didn't use VSTAR abilities or VSTAR attacks at all. All of those decks will play this card now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, because I can think of one deck that doesn't play a V Pokemon in it. And it's
so good.
Yeah.
Yes, this card is just bananas. I mean, it's like computer search. It literally is like computer search, is what it feels like.
Attach Speed Lightning Energy to the active, draw 2 cards. Quick Ball the Water Energy away. Search my deck for a Vikavolt V.
Got a good question in the chat. How many of the tablets? 2.
Yep.
I think 2 is the correct number. You don't want more than 2 because it's useless after the first one, but you like to see it, so you probably want to play more than 1.
It reminds me of the old Luxury Ball card from Stormfront, where Luxury Ball would let you search your deck for any Pokemon, but you couldn't use it if you had one in your discard pile. So everyone was always wondering, oh, do I play 1 or do I play 2? Because obviously if you have one in the discard, it's worthless, but you want to find it faster.
Yeah.
Attach Choice Belt to the Vikavolt V, and Paralyzing Bolt for 80 damage.
That is a turn 1 item lock for 80. That is pretty good. I'll draw for turn. Okay. Now, once again, I am item locked and in a pickle. But I do have a Gardenia's Vigor. I also have a Training Court in my hand. So I think I want to use Pokestop first, because if I discard a Grass Energy off of the Pokestop, I can use Gardenia's Vigor to accelerate 2 Grass Energy, since I can recover one of them with the Training Court that I'm about to play. So I think I'll do that. I'll Pokestop. That's fine. And the Quick Ball comes to my hand. Then I'll put Training Court in play. And I will use Gardenia's... Yeah, let's see. Yep. All right. I will use Gardenia's Vigor to draw 2 cards. And then I can accelerate up to 2 energy. Then I can accelerate up to 2 Grass Energy from my hand to one of my Then I can accelerate up to 2 Grass Energy from my hand to one of my benched Pokemon. So I'll attach those 2 Grass Energy to my Regidrago V. I'll bench another Regidrago V. I'll use Training Courts to bring the Fire Energy from my discard pile back to my hand. And now I have to think about how we're going to do this. I'm pretty sure Regidrago V's attack does 130 and 30 damage to one of your Pokemon. I think.
It is 130 damage. This attack also does 30 damage to one of my bench Pokemon.
Okay. It's tough. If I put my Regidrago V into the active spot and use that attack, I most assuredly will just get Super Zap Cannoned in return and lose that. But if I do, then... I mean, it's not like I have a better option. So, obviously, it would be sick if I was able to find my Regidrago VSTAR, but I cannot. So, all right. What's that attack called?
Dragon Laser.
Dragon Laser. All right. I will retreat into my Regidrago V. I'll attach Fire Energy from my hand to my Regidrago V on the bench. I'll bench. I'm not going to do that. All right. And I will Dragon Laser for 130 damage, and I'll place 30 damage on that Vikavolt on the bench.
Cool. Draw for turn. Melanie. And I'll attach it to the Vikavolt V. Draw 3 cards. Ordinary Rod, the Regieleki VMAX, and Water Energies back into my deck.
Yeah, at first I was really thinking about how many Regieleki VMAX you wanted to play in this deck, and I thought maybe it would be a 3/3 at first. But as I got into building the deck and actually playing with it, 2/2 felt like more correct. Because I can't really imagine a reality where you have 3 VMAXs set up.
Ultra Ball, the Marnie, and Ultra Ball. I'll grab the Crobat. Play down Crobat, Dark Asset for 3. Radiant Greninja, concealed cards. Attach Air Balloon to the Crobat. Switch cart.
Dang, bro. Switch cart, getting the heal.
Energy Search.
Dang, you got the energy search too. This is so sad.
Treat. Attach, and then Super Zap Cannon for knockout.
Yeah, with the choice belt, perfect 220 damage. You have to discard 2 energy. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll promote Garchomp V and draw. I can finally play my items, which is cool. I will Quick Ball Escape Rope and take a look at my deck. It looks like I have prized my my Radiant Greninja. So I'm going to go get a Diancie to try and buy some time. Which is not great. Oh, the cut, huh?
Sorry.
I'll use Training Courts to get a Grass Energy back from my discard pile into my hands. I'll bench Regidrago V, attach a Fire Energy to my Diancie. And I'm playing Thornton. That's right. To switch my Crobat with the Regidrago V. And I'll retreat into Diancie. And I will Spike Draw for 20 damage. Draw 2 cards.
Cool. Draw for turn. I'll Training Court the water energy back to my hand, then concealed cards to draw 2. Melanie, attach the water to the active Vikavolt V, draw 3 cards. Evolve to Regieleki VMAX, attach to the Vikavolt. Pokestop. I'll use Pokestop.
Sheesh. It's pretty good.
I actually wanted the Galarian Zigzagoon, which is unfortunate.
That's right, because you're only doing 80.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. That's right, Diancie. Hang in there.
And I'll Paralyzing Bolt for 80.
Feels good. Thank goodness. I'll draw. I will... Yeah. Okay. I will attach a Grass Energy to my Regidrago V. And I am still item locked, so I will Spike Draw for 20 and draw 2 cards.
Draw for turn. Attach to the Regieleki VMAX. Yeah, I'll attach the Regieleki and attach the Force Seal to Radiant Greninja, and can't really do anything else, so I'll just Paralyzing Bolt for knockout.
Yep. All right, we need a Regidrago VSTAR right now. That's not it. Oh, boy. Okay. Man. You know, if I could play this Ultra Ball in my hand, I could go get the Regidrago VSTAR very easily, but that is the pain of item lock, isn't it? I'll attach a Grass Energy from my hand to Regidrago V. Yeah. And I'll retreat and Dragon Laser for the knockout. And I will place 30 damage onto Vikavolt V. And I'll take 2 prizes.
Draw for turn. Tracky Shoes. Energy Search. Treat. Switch cart.
That's why I put the extra 30 on it, because I knew you had Switch Cart, bro.
Scoop up net.
Okay. The tool to the discard pile. Yeah. Get it out of here.
And then play down Marnie.
Okay. Kind of hoping that you can't find that lightning energy here.
There's 2 and 7 cards, so...
So you're saying there's a chance.
Paralyzing Bolt for AD.
Woo! Yeah, baby, let's go. I'll draw for turn. I'll evolve into Regidrago VSTAR, and I'll evolve my benched Regidrago V into Regidrago VSTAR, and I'll play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. I'll attach.
This should be at 110.
Okay.
Also wrong.
Yeah. All right. I'll attach from my hand to Regidrago VSTAR on my bench. And I will use... Is it Dragon Dream?
Yep.
I will use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream to copy Rolling Iron for knockouts. And I'll take 80 less damage next turn.
Draw for turn. Attach Speed Lightning. Draw 2 cards. Melanie. Draw 3 cards. Treat. And I will use... and I'll use Regieleki VMAX Max Thunderstrike and Lightning for 220 damage, minus 80, so 140.
140 plus 110.
Not enough.
Woo-wee! All right. That Rolling Iron really coming in clutch. So you did plus 140?
Yep.
All right. So then, yep, we are at 250 damage on my Regidrago VSTAR. Just barely hanging on. I'll draw for turn. And all I need to do is go find Flygon, and this game is over. I'll Ultra Ball away Diancie and Dragonites to get Flygon V out of my deck. All right, quick, somebody in the chat, let me know, what's Flygon V's attack called?
I think it's like Sand Slammer or something.
What's it called? I need to know what it's called, chat. Somebody, please. It's a Japanese one. I can't see. Draconic Impact. Thank you. All right. I'll Ultra Ball for Flygon V, and then I'll Quick Ball to discard Flygon V and fail it. And then I can use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream.
He was wrong. It was Impulse.
It's Draconic. Dang it. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And then I'll use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream. I'll use Regidrago VSTAR's Dragon Dream attack to copy Flygon V's Draconic Impulse attack for 320 damage. And this game is over. Dang.
Heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh. Zeely with the bad beats that just keep coming.
It was like a double stab in the heart. Like I top decked the one and then I played it and I got the second one and I was like, yep, I knew it was there.
You did the math. You looked. You were like, there are 2 lightning energy in 7 cards. I'm about to Marnie. All I need to do is find one and this thing's a goner.
Should have pile shuffled really quick.
Those were some really good games.
It was. Yeah. I mean, like being able to just item lock is so sick. And if you're lucky, your opponent might play some items at a tournament, get some prizes, you know? But yeah, the damage, I'm just so used to swinging for like 200, for 250, 280. So the very low input of like 140, which is like the most, feels really bad. But then you could use the second attack to swing for more, but then you break the item lock and it's just...
Yeah, I think that the Vikavolt Regieleki VMAX seems good. It seems like it's best positioned against single prize decks, against comfy decks, and things like that. I think that, you know, the top end potential is definitely there. 2 out of 3 games, you got the turn 1 item lock, and you were cruising, and I was having a pretty bad time. It just so happened, I mean, I was down horrendous that game until you Marnied me into the perfect 4 cards and missed what you needed. So that's just bad beats.
Yeah, it happens, you know?
It does. That's Pokemon cards for sure. So the Regidrago, you know what? I got to apologize to Richard. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It definitely feels bad playing the Gardenia and being like, I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about, about how the card felt to play, though. It did feel neat having all these different options. You're like, I can one-hit KO VMAXs. I can do 220 to bench Pokemon V. I can Rolling Iron to decrease damage I take. And I can even Lost Impact. Or, you know what? Attack I never used was that Dragonite attack. That just didn't matter.
Nope. Yeah, nope.
I only have one of them in here just in case I might want to use it, but that did not matter at all. Yeah, also, 180 is not knocking anything out.
Yeah, I feel like the game's too fast now. We're doing 180 and accelerating doesn't really do anything for you.
It's like I could just Gardenia. Like, I'm glad it's in there just in case. If you're up against a single prize deck, it might be more valuable. But even then, if you're up against a single prize deck, you're probably just using Rolling Iron.
Oh, yeah, that attack isn't so insane.
Yeah, so it's, I do think that this deck does need a little bit of work, but I'm happy with the first draft. It went okay, It went way better than I thought it was going to go, so I really cannot complain. So, yes, now we've got more decks. Zealy, I will ask you to be our Mew player.
Oh.
Unless you want to play Lugia. You could play Lugia. Well, we got Lugia. We need to show off Lugia. The Lugia deck.
I'll play the Mew.
The Lugia deck. I'm gonna warn you, the Lugia deck should stomp the Mew deck.
Yes. I'm fine with that.
Because this list has not only this guy in it, but also 4 collapsed stadiums.
You're not even giving me a chance.
I got the list from Japan, bro. So you can play a different deck. If you want to play Giratina VSTAR, you could play that. I wouldn't mind that matchup. Seeing that matchup would be good.
Here, I want to play the Lugia, and then I'll let you choose. Because you're the better Mew player than I am. So,
God, Mew would be sick. Gosh, if I can beat the Lugia deck, I can beat that stinky Lugia deck with my broken Mew deck. For sure, bro. For sure. All right. I can do it. The Lugia deck does seem kind of insane. But, yes, we can easily get it done. Dude, I have the power to go get whatever I want out of my deck now. Yes. With the mossy tablet or whatever. It's going to be broken. All right, speaking of mossy tablets. All right, guys, I got to take a quick bathroom break. We're going to be right back with Mew VMAX featuring the new tablets versus Lugia VSTAR. We'll start a prediction in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? And you guys can predict until I get back. Make sure to check out fullgripgames.com as well. I can't believe the Regidrago deck won. That's crazy, bro. There are so many things that go bad for me in this matchup. You've got the V-Guard energy. You've got Radiant Gardevoir. You've got 4 collapsed stadiums. You've got Drapion.
I need to lay up this game.
I'll give it to you after those Regieleki VMAX games.
That's the haters up there. Oof.
The haters got destroyed last game, bro. All right, who's going to win game 1? Is it going to be Mew VMAX or is it going to be Lugia VSTAR? All right. Go ahead and predict. We will be right back after this. right, we're back and ready for some Mew VMAX versus Lugia VSTAR. You have,
Talking to the void over there.
All right. Check 1, check 2. I'm back. All right, we are back. Thank you guys for the patience. Going to be showing off some Mew VMAX versus Lugia VSTAR. I, for one, am very stoked to see this Lugia deck in action. As I was building the decks, the Lugia deck definitely seemed like one of the strongest new decks out of the set.
Yeah, I mean, the ability to just accelerate special energy from your deck to any of your Pokemon is really crazy. My concern would be trying to get the Archeops into the discard pile. That seems a little rough. Other than that, seems very streamlined, very easy. Being able to, all the different special energy effects is cool because you can modify it based on the matchup. Overall, a really cool looking deck. You get the Drapion. You could even accelerate to the Drapion, which is cool. Definitely learned that the hard way in Peoria when my opponents would Mirage Gate to the Drapion, and I was like, oh, well, I just lose now.
Guess that's happening.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So it, this should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see if we can take this deck down with the Mew deck. It's not going to be easy. Man, this Lugia deck can hit a ton of damage. It's got 4 powerful colorless energy in it and 3 choice belt, I think. So you can hit 80 plus 220, 330 damage if you have a choice belt with the Lugia alone. And then not to mention the fact that you can also one hit KO me with Drapion. It's just, there's a lot that can go wrong here. But I'm confident. So let's get into it.
No, someone asked what I pulled from my second box yesterday. I did get 2 unknown Altarts out of my last 2 boxes.
It's pretty sick.
So I am also hoping the Lugia deck is really good, so that way our Lugias also go up a little bit, because that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, that... Sheesh.
Because I think the Giratina in Japan went up a bunch since the deck got really popular.
Right. Yeah, the Lugia is definitely one of the prettiest cards. It is really cool. I'm stoked that we were both able to find one out of our boxes. We're huge sacks for that.
Kawaii is like my favorite artist, or like probably top 2 artist in the trading card game. So the fact that they were able to illustrate that is just amazing.
That's awesome. All right, Zelia, would you like heads or tails?
I'll take heads, please. And I'll go first.
Sounds reasonable enough. I am going to hope that there is just some inconsistency within this Lugia deck. That is what I got to hope. Mew is just good old faithful, one of the most consistent decks in the format, so hopefully it doesn't fail me now. Okay. A little bit of a tough opening hand, but that's fine. I do love that the Pokestops can find the
tablet. Yeah.
The tablet, yes. It's such a broken card.
So now, how do you feel about the Fusion Strike energy build coming back? Do you think that's that could be good?
Is it becoming popular again?
With the tablet, people are expecting it to be good because you can easily get the Meloetta turn 1.
I'm a big fan of the double turbo Mew build. I think like being able to Roxanne Path is just too broken. In my mind, using Roxanne Path with the tablets is like your optimal way to use the tablets. All right, I'll take my mulligan. And good luck.
Good luck. Draw for turn. Attach. And pass to you.
I'll draw for turn. And I'll play Trekking Shoes. And I'll keep it. I will Cram-O-Matic, a Cross Switcher. Heads. Beautiful. And I'm going straight for a Battle VIP pass. You already know. So I'll play Battle VIP Pass, and now we're doing Mew VMAX things. I get to go search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them straight onto my bench. I know that Zeely's Lugia deck plays a lot of collapse stadiums, so I don't necessarily want to waste my stadium outs if I can help it. I also want to check and see if the Path to the Peak is in my deck, and it is, so that's good. I can use Path to the Peak to turn off Radiant Gardevoir, amongst other things, so it's a pretty good card to have. I'm thinking if I want to use this tablet turn 1, could be good to just help set up, honestly. I'm going to go get 2 Mew V out of my deck. Oh, did I prize a bunch of Genesects? Oh boy. That's fine. I'll play switch cards to switch into Mew. And I'm going to attach... What is this thing called?
Forest Seal Tablet.
I'll attach my Forest Seal Tablet to Genesect V, and I will use my VSTAR power to search my deck for any one card, and I'm going to search for another Battle VIP Pass. And this time, I am going to get a Genesect and an Oricorio. Put them onto my bench. That felt really good. Solid way to set up my board. Felt great. Love that. I can retreat into the Oricorio turn 1 so that I'm not, offering up 2 prizes on the second turn of the game to Zeely. So that seems good. Okay. I'll put Pokestop into play, and I'll Fusion Strike System for 1. Cramomatic.
Would you draw 1 more? Up to 5.
You're right. For 2? Dang it, bro. I'm going to have to reflip that. All right. I'll Fusion Strike System for 2. Okay. And I'll Cramomatic. Heads. Sick. And then off of the Cramomatic, I think... I just want to go get a double turbo energy to get that into play. It seems fine. Just thinking of things that I'll want for next turn. There you go. I'll attach double turbo energy to my Mew V, and I'll Fusion Strike System for 2. This feels good to me. So I'll retreat into Oricorio, and I'll pass.
Cool. Draw for turn. Play down a Lugia V. Evolution Incense. Gonna take a peek at my deck. So I see the Drapion is in there, which is good. I will grab the Archeops. And while, I'm gonna probably Pokestop, so I'll shuffle.
It'd be sick if you could hit a Archeops off the Pokestop.
I will evolve to Lugia V-Star, and I'll Pokestop.
It's pretty good.
I'll take that, yeah. Ultra Ball away Archeops, and I think I'll get rid of the Collapse for now because it's not really doing too much for me. I'll grab another Archeops.
Seems good. And I suspect we're going to see a VSTAR power this turn.
Ultra Ball, another Archeops, and a Professor's Research away. Going to grab the Crobat V.
Dang, he's going for it. It's fine with me. It's kind of busted.
I'll attach the Choice Belt, and then I will use Lugia V-Star's Assemble Star to put 2 colorless Pokemon from my discard pile onto my bench.
Yeah, that's gnarly for sure.
And then I will use Archeops' Primal Turbo to search my deck for 2 special energy cards and attach them to my Pokemon.
Gosh, the V-Guard energy is so nuts in this matchup.
I'll go for 2
They don't
V-Guard.
stack, though.
They don't?
No.
Oh.
Or else that means
Yes.
they don't stack. No,
Cool,
they can
okay.
only have 1 on each Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe the Archeops is 2-1.
Yes, it is.
Cool. So I will grab the V-Guard energy, and I will also grab the Capture energy. Not really doing too much, so I'm fine doing that. Attach Double Turbo to the Lugia, and Crobat Dark Asset to draw 6 cards.
No gust, no gust, no gust.
And I'll play Serena to bring up your Mew.
What the heck?
And I'll use the other Archeops Primal Turbo to search my deck for I'll grab another Capture energy. And I will use Lugia V-Star Storm Dive to knock you out and discard your Stadium card.
Dang, man, that was pretty good. Feels good. I'll promote Mew and draw for turn. I'll evolve into Mew VMAX, and I'll Quick Ball away Cross Switcher. Okay, so let's see. You have effectively 310 hit points. That's doable. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I'll Quick Ball from UV. I've only got 2 Genesect, but it's fine. Okay. Power tablets, Lost City, and I will Fusion Strike System to draw 5 cards. Okay. I'm gonna quick ball away boss's orders. Uh-oh. Yeah, only having 2 Genesect in the deck is not great right now. I'll get Mew. It's not fantastic. Cards in hand?
7.
I'll play Silene. Heads. So sick. All right. I think I'm going double turbo power tablet. So like right now I am doing right. All right. So how many buffs do I need?
4.
4?
Because with 3 tablet, you're doing 190 plus 90, so 280.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stack double turbo and power tablet. How can it feel so bad if I just put double power tablet? If I had the energy already, then we would have it right here. All right. I'll put double turbo and power tablet on top of the deck. And then I'll Fusion Strike System for a draw of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. We missed it. Okay. It's fine. I will attach double turbo energy to my Mew VMAX. And I'll play Power Tablet again, which I think is fine. Put it within Glistening Droplets range. And I will Fusion Strike System Techno Blast for 250 damage, I believe.
Well, you played 3, right?
3, yeah. How much am I doing?
It would be 280.
All right. 280 is a knockout.
Oh, it would be 250 with the V-Guard energy. 250.
Cool. Yep. So I'll Fusion Strike Cross Fusion Strikes. I'll Cross Fusion Strike Techno Blast for 250. Yep.
Draw for turn. Drapion. Retreat.
Yep. There's that fella.
Attach Choice Belt. Attach Powerful Colorless Energy.
Okay.
Primal Turbo number 1. I'll grab the V-Guard energy and the Powerful Colorless energy.
Bro, accelerating the V-Guard energy onto Drapion is such a BM.
Well, I was just gonna put them. Yeah, I'm just putting them on there.
All right.
Primal Turbo number 2.
Sure.
And then I will just put that one on there. Cool. And I will use Drapion's attack to knock out the Mew VMAX.
Yeah, what's it called?
I know the ability is called Wild Style. I think
Style.
It's like a Legged Strike or something.
What is it? Come on, chat. Come in clutch. What's the name of the attack? I know you got it.
Dynamic Tail.
All right, cool.
So I will use Drapion V's Dynamic Tail attack to attack and for 340 damage with weakness to knock out 320.
Man, just get your line right.
I need like a script or something. So I will attack with Drapion V's Dynamic Tail, which lets me attack for less.
Hey, just say for knockout.
I will attack with Drapion V's Dynamic Tail for knockout.
Good stuff. All right. That's 3 prizes. This is definitely sketch. I'll promote Mew and draw. Power Tablet was the next
This
card,
goes into
bro.
your lost zone with the.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes, good catch. Good catch. Dang, bro. The next card was the Power Tablet I needed. Okay. I'll evolve into Mew VMAX.
And then a 60 damage goes on to the Archeops with the Dynamic Tail.
Yep. I'll play Power Tablets. And how many cards are in your hand?
I have 8.
Okay. I will Fusion Strike System for 2. Okay. I'll Ultra Ball. Yeah, prizing my Genesect here has been quite bad. Quite bad. I'll get Mew VMAX. Okay. Evolve into Mew VMAX. And I will Fusion Strike System for 3. Sick. I'll attach Double Turbo Energy. I'll play Path to the Peak. And I'll Roxanne. The most insane thing is that, like, you could just accelerate to the Drapion and win. Even without your ability, if I don't knock it out. All right, I guess 6, you get 2. Yeah, right? Like, you could just knock it out. And I'm doing 190. I'm doing 220 minus 30. I'm only doing 190. I would need another buff to take it out. So that energy, and I didn't hit a buff off of this. I can quick ball away the Forest Tablets. I had 2 Choice Belts and a Power Tablet in my hand, but I did not find them. So you've only got 1 prize remaining. I will fail that. And we'll see what energy's left in your deck. I will Glistening Droplets 3 here and 2 to the active. Yep. And I'll take my 2 prizes.
Draw for turn. Collapse Stadium. And then Dynamic Tail for knockout.
Yep. GG's. Oh boy. That was tough.
Yeah, I'm
Real
very
tough.
nervous though for the second game. Going second against Mew doesn't seem very good.
Mew can beat anything if it goes first. So I'm feeling confident going into game 2. I just need I need one little bit of wiggle room and I can win.
Oh yeah.
So I'm feeling okay about this. The V-Guard energy, I think, is going to be the huge X factor that, like, really messes with my game plan.
Oh yeah, because well, regardless that it doesn't stack, which that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that it's like it just cancels out one of your Power Tablets or a Choice Belt, really good.
Yeah, and you can put it on anybody. You can slap a V-Guard energy onto Drapion. That is like, come on. That's so tough for me to deal with that. But I think that we'll be okay. Going into game 2, going first is definitely a positive. I think I'm going to really try to not use my tablet turn 1 like I did this last game. I did feel like I kind of wanted to set up more smoothly last time and not waste as many cards, but yeah, I think that saving the tablet for just the right time to take these big knockouts will be really important. So going to keep that in mind going into game 2. Let's do it.
Cool. Would you like first or second?
I will go first. Yes. I could not have gotten a knockout that turn that I whiffed the knockout. It was not possible, chat. Pay up, pay up, pay up. All right, Lugia took the dub there. Yeah, the V-Guard energy is going to be insane until Pokemon EX come out. Maybe even for a while after. I mean, it just minus 30 is nuts.
Yeah, like remember when the Pokemon V came out in Sword and Shield, only the Zacian and Zamazenta were like pretty good. I could see that being the case with Scarlet and Violet, where only a few of the EXs are good.
Right, going to be a lot of Pokemon V for a long time, probably, until EXs start to really dominate. Probably, but we don't know. Dragapult VMAX was pretty good, and that was in Rebel Clash. Eternatus and Darkness Ablaze. But then, you know, by the middle of the set, it was everything was just incredibly broken. All right, let's do this. All right. Sounds good. I will gladly take that mulligan.
I'm hoping for another 2 or 3 Genesect prize this match.
Yeah, the 2 Genesect prize wasn't awesome, but we make do. This opening hand is also not awesome. It doesn't have any of the good cards in it. But it's cool, bro. It's fine.
That mulligan's going to save you.
It is. It's always the 8th card.
Why does this have... Ooh. Sure.
All right, I'll take my mulligan. Good luck. Alrighty then. I'll draw for turn. And... oh boy. If I put 2 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play, you could double turbo and take a knockout, which is not cool. So I don't necessarily want to do that. So, I'll pass.
Draw for turn. I'll play down Capture Energy, and I will search my deck for a basic Pokemon. Gonna grab the Lugia. Looks like I have all the Archeops I could need in there. Plenty of Lugia VSTAR. So yeah, I'll just grab the Lugia, play that down. Play down the Radiant Gardevoir. Evolution Incense. Grab a Archeops.
Sheesh. Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, you really hate to not play a Battle VIP pass on your first turn or get any other Pokemon in play.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work.
That goes to my hand. And I'll play Professor's Research. to discard
Okay.
Archeops, Lugia, VSTAR, V-Guard, Energy, and Marnie. I get another Lugia, which is good. And I think I'm chilling, so I will pass to you.
I'll draw for turn. Okay, big Crymomatic potentially coming up. I'll Avery. Okay. Crymomatic. At least those are flipping heads. That's good. Okay. We've got our work cut out for us. Got Ultra Ball in this hand. I've got the Lost thing. I can knock that out potentially, but I have to draw some cards first. We're going to Ultra Ball some stuff away. I need to get as many Genesect out as possible right now. So we're going to Crymomatic, and I don't necessarily want to get a Quick Ball because Quick Balls I want to draw into. So I will Crymomatic for my Genesect. I'll attach the Forest Tablet to my... I'll attach the Forest Tablet to my Genesect V. I'm going to Ultra Ball, discarding Marnie and Cross Switcher. I'm going to go get another Genesect. I'm going to play 2 Power Tablets. And I'm going to use my VSTAR power to go get a card out of my deck. And put it into my hand. I think I'm going to grab a Quick Ball. I'm going to Quick Ball away Marnie to go get another Genesect. And I'm going to use Lost Vacuum, Lost Zoning my switch carts to put my tablet into the Lost Zone. And now I am ready to start using Fusion Strike System. Yes, isn't this fun? See, this is why this deck is fun. Now I need to draw some cards, though. I need to do 230 damage, which is fine. So I can do that. I just have played 2 Power Tablets already, so... Yes, the move there, yes, was just to empty my hand so I could draw more cards. And also, I don't need the tablet anymore, so I'd rather draw more cards, right? Now I will use Fusion Strike System. I will use Fusion Strike System to draw 4 cards. Holy smokes. Ah! All right, bro, you win this one. I can't. Yeah, those are 4 unplayable cards. You're just gonna knock me out. So that's game over. Yep. That was so sick for a second, though. I really thought I was gonna be able to do it.
You could have Silened.
No, I already Avery, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was terrible, man. Wow. All right, give me one more game, bro. That was not good, man. Yep. Yeah, I mean, That's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be tough with the Drapion, the collapsed stadiums, all that. It's a lot.
Those levers are eating good today.
Mew is a dime breed. Don't say that about
no,
my child,
no.
bro. All right, one more game.
Game 3? That implies I lost a game 2.
No, it's just the third game, bro. We're going to restart rolling everything. A fresh one. Yes.
I think you chose the wrong answer.
I did oops. Wow. I don't know. That's my bad, bro. Listen, I've been known to accidentally click the wrong payout from time to time. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, it doesn't pay to be a hater, you know? It really doesn't. And the economy is in ruins. I understand. I understand what I just did.
You just got to watch some more now, get some more points.
Yep, so. I know. Sorry, guys. It's my bad. Water under the bridge. All right, believers, roll your points. Roll the salty points of all the haters back into a new prediction. All right, would you like heads or tails?
I'll take tails, please. Nice. I'll go first.
Sounds good. It's good with me. Dang, Lugia. Dang, man. Lugia, in some ways, kind of got everything. It could be a tanky deck against Pokemon V. It's got weakness protection.
And it's cool because you only need the ability one time.
Yeah.
You could just Archeops Underpath whenever you want.
Yup. You can Sharon's Care if you want to. I mean, there's you really got everything at your disposal. It's crazy. All right, I'll take my mulligan. Good luck.
Draw for turn. Radiant Gardevoir. Ultra Ball. Escape Rope and Collapse Stadium. I'll grab the Lugia V.
I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Seems good.
I'll attach V-Guard energy to the active, and I will pass to you.
I'll draw for turn. Yep, that's a tough Drapion, isn't it? I'll Trekking Shoes, and I'll keep it. Bench Genesect V, bench Mew V, and I'll put Lost City into play. What are the odds? You got a 2-card hand?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'll attach double turbo energy and choice belts to my Mew V. And I'll quick ball away Silene. Off of the quick ball, I'm looking for another Genesect. So I'll grab Genesect V, put it into my hand. and bench it. That's a pretty solid setup. Definitely can't complain. I'll Fusion Strike System for 3. Okay. And I'll put Forest Tablet onto a Genesect. I'll Palpad Silene back into my deck. And I'll Fusion Strike System for 2. All right. Yeah. I'll use my VSTAR. So I don't want to, but passing here is so bad. So I really don't. And I'll use Battle VIP Pass to go get Genesect and Mew. And with that, I will Fusion Strike System for 2. Okay. And I will pass it on over to you.
Draw for turn. Attach double turbo to Lugia. Professor's Research. Quick Ball away Archeops. To grab another Lugia V. Place that on the bench.
Yeah, Lugia is nuts. And it can even like run Path. I mean, because you only need to use the ability once. And then it's kind of like Arceus in that way, right?
Oh yeah,
Just
definitely
use
reminds
the
me of
ability
that.
and then you're kind of good to go.
Collapse Stadium.
Okay, I will discard Genesect.
And then I will Dynamic Tail for knockout.
Okay. Cards in your hand.
6.
And there is apparently no Lugia VSTAR in that hand. I'll promote Mew. And yep, I'll draw. I'm going to evolve into Mew VMAX and bench Genesect V. I'll attach double turbo energy to my benched Mew VMAX and play Lost City. So right now I'm doing 190, 220. Holy smokes.
I think you need 2 Power Tablet to knock it out.
With a choice belt? You're at 260. No.
Oh, I think you need 2
I do need 3 buffs. Because you're at effectively 260 hit points. Yeah, I need 3 buffs. That's so annoying. All right. Fine. I'll play Power Tablet.
A 1.
And then I will Fusion Strike System for 4. Okay. I'll Crymomatic, discarding Ultra Ball. It's a Tails. I think it's fine to lean into your inevitable next Collapse Stadium. I'll bench this Mew, and I'll Fusion Strike System for 4. Okay. Not played a supporter yet. I'll play Power Tablets. So now I am taking the knockouts, and we've got 1. That's fine. I'll Marnie. Still had a big hand. I didn't trust it. I'll get 5. You get 4. Okay. I'll attach Choice Belts to my benched Mew VMAX and Fusion Strike System for 2. And I'll cross Fusion Strike Technoblast for the knockout and take my 2 prizes. Sending that Drapion to the Lost Zone, where it belongs.
Draw for turn. Evolve into Lugia VSTAR. Attach Choice Belt. Quick Ball, Professor's Research. To grab Crobat V.
Yeah. This fine. Still only got 1 Archeops in the discard pile.
And I'll Dark Asset for 5. Evolution Incense. Grab Lugia VSTAR.
Yep.
I'm going to take that back.
Okay.
I'll play Evolution Incense to grab a Archeops. And then Ultra Ball, Archeops, and Archeops
Nice.
to grab the Lugia VSTAR.
That's good.
And I will use Lugia's Assemble Star to put 2 colorless Pokemon onto my bench from my discard pile. And I will Archeops Primal Turbo.
Yep.
And then Archeops Primal Turbo again.
You're nuts. Holy smokes, bro. Even with the double turbo, it's still a knockout. Holy
I think so.
It is. Yeah, you're doing 300 minus 20 plus 30. Yep. Oh, my God.
And then attach for turn.
What the heck, bro?
And then I will use Star Dive for knockout for a lot of damage. And then I believe the Lost City gets discarded before you check for knockout.
Yeah. Oh, my God. What am I supposed to do about that, bro? Oh, my gosh. All right, it's taking... Holy smokes. Okay. I don't think it's possible for me to deal with this.
I don't think it is either. Because you had to stretch so hard for the Drapion.
Right. Okay. I'll draw. It actually is Okay. Well, all right. So if I put Oricorio in play, you're not taking a knockout unless you get the double turbo off of it. So that's fine. You've got one prize left. Okay. Sure. So let's quick ball away boss's orders. And take a look at what I got in my deck. There's Marnie. There's Roxanne. There is Path. Okay. So I'm going to fail that quick ball. And then I'm going to quick ball and discard Avery as well. And I'm going to fail that. Huh. This is ugly. The V-Guard. Oh my god. All 4 powerful colorless energy on the Lugia choice belt.
It felt really dirty to just
I
slam them on
know.
there.
Sheesh. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'll play Power Tablets. I'll bench Oricorio. And okay. That's fine. You can't. Okay. Double cross switcher your Crobat. And switch carts back into Mew VMAX. And I'll Fusion Strike System for 6. I will attach the tablets. I'll Cramomatic. Tails. And I'll play Roxanne. So I can just hope that you don't have a Gust or an Escape Route. Okay, 6. Gonna attach double turbo energy. Ultra Ball away Marnie and double turbo energy to go get a Mew VMAX. Yo, I should play V-Guard energy. What the heck? I'll Fusion Strike System for 4. Okay. Cramomatic. Fusion Strike System for 2. Put down Path, and I'll cross Fusion Strike Technoblast for knockout. Was this Mew V played down this turn? No, it was the Oricorio was played down this turn.
I believe so, yep.
Yeah.
Draw for turn. Collapse Stadium.
Okay.
Primal Turbo.
Okay. I know what I need. I'm going to put Radiant Gardevoir in this deck, bro. Straight up. Minus 40? Broken.
And then I'll Primal Turbo number 2.
Sure.
I don't know whether it's correct or not to swing in with the Archeops. Because, like, you could just dance around the Mew a few times. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because I'm
You want to get that double turbo off that thing
turbo.
anyway. Yeah.
And then I will use Archeops attack for 150, 130 with a double turbo.
So it's 150 minus 20, 130.
Yep.
Minus 20.
Yep, 110.
110. Okay. And I'll draw. And I've got Echoing Horn Boss's orders for your Crobat. And that's GG's. So, yeah. That feels terrible, though. I'm not gonna pretend like that felt good.
Oh, wait, did you have a stadium to bump the collapsed?
Oh, I had the done that vacuum do it?
Yeah, the vacuum does it.
Yeah, I had a vacuum. I had the vacuum, bro. I had the vacuum. Vacuum was in my hand. I had the vacuum. Yes, I had the vacuum. GG. All right, we vacuum first and then we do it. All right, I had the vacuum. All right. GG's. Yes, the vacuum. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I had the vacuum to remove my own path if I needed to, but yes. But that did not feel good. Like, that matchup felt horrendous.
Yeah, having to rely on just the Roxanne to, like, get you there at the end was a little rough. It definitely felt good for me.
Yeah, that was like, I think Lugia is like the real deal. Like that.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, people keep saying that they don't think there's anything good in this set, but it's just like, how do you see this and the Archeops and just be like, yep, not good?
No, there are so many broken colorless energy.
Oh yeah,
and so many broken special energy.
Yeah,
that the Archeops can accelerate.
I've seen a few lists that play like the amazing rare Pokemon with the Aurora energy. Then you have the V-Guard energy. Like, there's so many options with these two, where if they're not played together as an offensive version, I could see it as a sort of toolbox.
Yeah, it really is the definition of a toolbox. I think the card, in a lot of ways, is going to feel like Arceus in that you can kind of play it however you want. There's not going to be a lot of right and wrong. There are just going to be different ways that are all successful. I think.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Lugia continues to progress in the metagame. I also think that I think that this Serena is like a super good card as well. I think that Serena is going to be all over the place at least until Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah, why would you not? Because like that's what you're going to boss up most of the time anyway, is V Pokemon.
Exactly, and also, the Forest Tablet is like another absolutely insane card. So I really think that that's going to be one of the best cards in the set, too. There's really a lot to love in Silver Tempest. So stoked about that. Zilly's going to be back joining us Friday at midnight for the Full Grip Games Silver Tempest midnight pre-release. So definitely make sure to mark your calendars and tune in for that. Should be a great time. Some really cool promos in the sets. And I'm stoked to see how the pre-release decks look.
I'm hoping I don't get blown out again like last time with the Kingdra.
Yeah, I think he didn't win a set last time.
Yeah, I think you 4-0'd me. It was not enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm looking to run it back, so that'd be sick.
I hope the Sunflora is really good because I think that'll be fun to.
There's the Curlia, Sunflora, and
Rapidash, and
one more. Archeops.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. All right, that's it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys all have a busted day, and I'll catch you tomorrow at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much again to Zeely
Of course, anytime.
for the tabletop content. Y'all take it easy and have a good one. See you.